are different setups that you can do with your setup, and the goal is just to be quick and easy. So what I'm doing is I bring a plastic tub to put the books in, because then I can just flip it up and then I can grab the books as I'm seeing it and I just spread it out. I do bring a cloth in case I'm putting this tub either on a kitchen chair or on a table, then it can protect the host's furniture. I do use a party demo flip chart when I am doing a party, and part of that is just so that it keeps track of where I'm at so that I can remember what to say. I will show a picture of my children when I'm first starting. You don't have to do that, but it kind of would make a personal connection with your audience if they can see that you're a mom too. And I always start out with this slide or this concept here at the beginning, because it shows people their need of needing the books, because they don't want their children to be in the 81% that don't read anymore. And so that's what I always start out the shows with, and I always do want to make sure that they just read aloud at least 3 times a week. You don't have to get into a lot of the detail. You're just kind of breezing through some of these slides. And it is important perhaps just to emphasize reading fiction. And Kane Miller are a line of books that have more fiction perhaps than Usborne, but they're written in another country, and so it'll kind of introduce them to different cultures, and so that's kind of a nice thing to read for fiction. But they are great discussion starters. And then I also, though, emphasize reading nonfiction, because Usborne books really are the nonfiction specialists, and sometimes moms forget to read nonfiction. And so that's kind of the strategy that you go through. When you're doing this game, you can be fun and you can do different things, and you can bring along little raffle tickets and give them if they were the first ones to find something with that letter. And you can skip pages. You'll notice that I didn't use all the different pages. I just skipped. And so whatever makes it easier, however, you can put notes on the back of your binder to make it easier for you to remember. I do mention that they need to have new books as often as they need new clothes, because sometimes people forget to do that. And then to making sure that they read smart books for smart kids. That's another, I think, important point, because there are books everywhere in the grocery store that they get free in the mail or whatever. They need to see perhaps more of a need of why Usborne books really excel above all of them, and that they need to be making sure that what they're reading to their children is quality and not bad stories. We talk about how to save money with Usborne books and just the products in our catalog using the combined volumes, because it's value-based selling. People do want to save money, and so this is a way that you can do that. We have found, though, that if you bring the combined volume flyers, it really can make a difference in them understanding what you mean by a combined volume flyer. You don't necessarily have to have these titles. It is a way to kind of maybe even expand your display if you're just showing the flyer. They can see that too, but it is effective if you can pull out a few of them at least on that. I do bring older books, you can see, because you're going to have some people that will have older children or maybe spouses, and that's why I always will bring an older book too. And then I try and point out then the instructional things that are in some of our books. So that's briefly just kind of how you can pull some of that out. I also put in the page protectors just the customer specials as another way to save money. And just breeze through these as long as people are paying attention. If you don't have anyone that is in the very first reading age group, you just skip that slide, so that's totally fine. But customer specials, they're a great way, and they add on to the retail of your sale. So, and even though you mention them in your party demo, realize that you still have to ask everyone as you're checking out, because they just somehow forget about them. So you can put those in page protectors and pass those around. And then when you're getting to the shopping point, I mean, you can hold the catalogs, or you can always just have them in the middle, however you want to do it. But it is helpful if you can just say, put your order form on top of a catalog instead of on top of a book. Otherwise, I'll see what you wrote on top of my book. And they they get that, and so then it's just a way for you to kind of protect your books and not have to do anything extra, because again, our goal is to be quick and easy. So just having a pile of catalogs and the order form, just quick and easy, than trying to do clipboards or folders or anything else. You just want to make it really quick and easy for when you're doing your parties. And we do pass out a business card for them so that they can go ahead and look at things online, so it's mentioning that. These are from Moxie Media, so they have a higher quality card, but it is cheaper than handing out catalogs for them to take home. And you'll note too, on our catalog, we had a reference copy only sticker, so that kind of helps your catalogs from preventing them from walking away. So those are just some little tidbits for you that you can take advantage of. There's the drawing slips that you can download from the Sunshine Team Training website, or you have a customer survey in your new starter kit. And so however you want to do that, it's helpful sometimes to walk them through it. You can offer little tickets again if you wanted to make it fun, like, you know, fill out through the email, but don't go any further. We're going to go through it together, and you can ham it up and be whatever personality you want to be with it. But realize, even if you are a introvert, that you still can be a different person when you're doing a party. But I do find that it's easier for me just to sit down or to be on the floor instead of standing. And so it's more, I'm on their level and I'm just talking with them, and it doesn't make me as nervous. So that could be something you could think of too if you're nervous that could be something too that you could think of if you are a little bit nervous about presenting. But the goal is just to have fun. I mean, if you're having fun, they'll have fun, and they'll thank you for doing a party, and then you'll get bookings. So if you're not getting bookings, reevaluate, and then look how you can put in the fun and just have it energetic, not too long. So you're just going to kind of touch on things, but it is important to talk about what makes Usborne's unique and different, but then, but not dwelling too long on that, or maybe individual titles. Because if you can sell our brand, then you'll have Usborne fans instead of just a book fan, because you want to sell our brand, because then you'll sell more books.